Can a narcissist husband change? The short answer to that is yes, but there are many buts. Like, how will you believe him even if he does change? I'm going to discuss all of that stuff today. Now, before you click away, be sure to watch and then join me in the comments with how you feel about this as well. First, hi, I'm Jen Grice, author of the book You Can Survive Divorce. I'm a divorce mentor and empowerment coach guiding women to survive divorce and to be stronger after. You can find out more about my ministry, my divorce coaching for women, and my book at jengrice.com. Can any human being change? Sure, if they want to, or as I've stated in previous videos, a person's discomfort and pain in their current situation must be worse than the pain of doing the work to change. When someone is made comfortable in their life, especially if they're making morally wrong choices, there is no need to change. So I have two important takeaways in this video today. One, if you or anyone else, his parents, your church, etc., are making your husband's life comfortable, I mean so comfortable, he's not feeling the consequences of his choices, and then he's not going to change. What reason would he have to change? No one is making his life uncomfortable. He's not having to deal with any real painful consequences, so he has nothing to worry about. And you probably already know this, but narcissists are really good at getting people to make his life a heck of a lot easier. And they've probably been doing it since their childhood, when they complained about being grounded for their bad behavior or any other consequences they had to deal with at home, at school, at church, etc. Kids need consequences as children so that they can handle them when they're an adult and learn to be a better person. But how many adult age people do you know who can't handle any form of the hard parts of life and adulthood, and they see no room for improvement? They quit, walk away, burn bridges, and complain the entire time instead of just dealing with it. So what I'm saying here, friend, is do not make anyone's life easier for them if they're making damaging choices, because they'll expect you to continue to bail them out of their problems and then accuse you of abandoning them, not loving them, or forsaking them when you don't. Ask me how I know. I know because, of course, I experienced this after each time my husband cheated, several times. Adultery number one, I was ready to be done and move on with my life, get a divorce, and he came crying back, willing to do anything to get his family back. But it quickly became me doing the work to save the marriage. After a few counseling sessions and with our pastor to learn to adultery-proof our marriage, we were given several books and then sent on our way to figure it out on our own. He stopped meeting with the pastor and asked me if we could change churches. Yeah, I know, you're probably saying red flag, Jen, but I ignored a lot of red flags and the affairs continued, just with someone new each time. The point, there was no serious consequences for these affairs other than having to go to the health department to get tested for STDs. Other than that, there wasn't any discomfort. So of course he did it again, and I should have expected it, and he just got better at hiding it. Adultery number two, I think I've kind of pretended it wasn't happening. I was angry for sure. Why was this happening again? I went into the save my marriage mode again, trying to make everybody comfortable, making sure that he was happy so he would stay married to me. He said nothing happened, and we pretended like it wasn't a big deal. I know, another red flag. No consequences again, nothing changed. Adultery number three. When I found out about her, I was livid. I told him to leave, or I was calling the police to have him removed. I was so angry, the angriest I've ever been in my entire life, and I don't recall being that angry since either. I could not believe this was happening yet again. I think I was probably more mad at myself than anything, but I still was angry. Hindsight is 2020. Of course it was happening again. He got away with it the other two times without any serious consequences. Duh. What reason did he have to change? I was doing all the work on our marriage while he was enjoying life. Comfortable life. After talking to my pastors, they said that I needed to do better this time to bring my husband back. You know, the pick me dance that Chump Lady at chumplady.com talks about. And he finally came back. Again, no painful consequences. I took all the blame. I even forgave child support that he owed me and even paid all the bills while he was gone so he could just enjoy whining and dining, even saving us from losing our house. But here's the change. When I saw adultery number 4 starting to happen, I was done. wasn't going to fix the marriage again. I was not going to continue on this same vicious cycle that I was keeping myself on. I was making a choice to stay there. Nobody was forcing me. I was the one saving the marriage and doing all the work while he enjoyed and stayed comfortable in his life. My point? I was doing the work to keep him from cheating when it's never a woman's job. A man of integrity would never expect his wife to do all the work. He would always reassure his wife, especially if he cheated once, that he was never going to do it again. She was the only one that had his heart, and he only wanted to have a heart for God, to serve God, and do right by God. A serial narcissist doesn't care about any of that. He's serving himself. And the point of number 1 is don't expect to see change if you're making their life comfortable. And number 2, so let's say your husband says he's changed and will do the work to stop cheating, stop abusing, stopping all the immoral activity, and be a good man, husband, Christ follower. Would you believe him? And how will you know he's telling the truth? Would 6 months be enough? Would 1 year? 2 years? From my experience, what I shared with you, truth was never rebuilt. It was given back. There's no integrity and only a little bit of transparency for a very short period of time until he made me the bad guy and calling me controlling for requiring transparency. Yeah, toxic people always turn it around to make you look bad, right? When you're doing the right thing, but in their mind, they just don't like the consequences of their own choices. And they'll say anything to get out of them. And that's just it. The consequence was that I would never be able to trust him again. I never did. That's a fact. There was no integrity or action to back up the words that were said. And I was made to feel bad for expecting him to work on our marriage as much as I was, when I never cheated on him. In learning my human rights, I've learned that I can expect just as much from someone else as they expect from me, that I can require equality in all of my relationships and not be expected to give more than I receive. I have a right to be treated just as equally. And if someone ruins the relationship by lying, manipulating, gossip, playing mind games like gaslighting or cheating, I don't have to just accept that and trust them again. Trust is earned, not given. Yes, even as a Christian, I don't have to trust people that aren't trustworthy. Hear me again. You do not have to trust people who are not trustworthy. So to wrap this up, can a narcissist change? Probably, if they really want to and no one is enabling them to stay as self-centered as they are. That would mean every person on the earth would be required to say, no, I'm no longer going to take care of you. You're going to have to take care of yourself. We all know the narcissist has plenty of people on their back burner just waiting to take care of them, so it probably won't happen. So can the narcissist change? Yes. Will they change? That's up for debate. And these are all the questions you need to be asking yourself right now. Do you see change? Or do you hope for change? I hope this was helpful to you. If you need help navigating the divorce healing journey and becoming stronger after, you can purchase a consult on my website at jengrice.com/consult. If you sign up for one of my emails, I will send you a coupon code to save you a little bit on the cost. I hope it empowered you in some way today. We'll talk more about how to do this in upcoming videos, and be sure to click that bell so you don't miss any videos when they're added. I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, God bless.